Hello everyone! Magandang buhay po sa lahat. Welcome back po dito sa aking Mathematics Tagalog tutorial. Sa video na ito ay papaliwanag ko sa inyo about solving word problems involving linear equation in one variable. There are many kinds of solving word problems. We have letter A, number problem. We have letter B, age problem. Letter C, geometry problem. Letter D, money problem. And letter E, mixture problem. So lahat po ito na problem solving ay i-upload ko po dito sa ating channel. Ano po? So ipapaliwanag ko po yan sa inyo lahat in step-by-step computation on how to solve. Pero yung computation po niyan, yung discussion po niyan ay masyadong mahaba po. Kaya I decided na i-break po yung problem solving. Okay? Kaya yung unang video lesson ko po for part 1 ay number problem, part 2 age problem, part 3 geometry problem, part 4 money problem, at part 5 mixture problem. Sa video na ito, I'm going to discuss, this is part 4 of discussion about money problem. So ito pong number, age, and geometry problem ay uploaded na po dito sa ating channel. So kung di pa po ninyo napapanood, kung gusto niyo matutunan, pwede pong ninyong balikan dito sa ating channel. At abangan po ninyo yung part 5 about mixture problem. Yun po yung susunod kong i-upload po dito sa ating channel. Okay, so let's start for problem number 1. Donna, Chris, and Austin have a total of 93 pesos in their wallets. Donna has 7 pesos more than Chris. Austin has 3 times what Donna has. How much do they have in their wallets? Okay, so ito pong problem na ito ay about money problem kasi involved po dito ang money. Okay, now, how are we going to solve this problem? Of course, kung hindi po natin naintindihan sa unang basa, pwede po nating basahin ulit hanggang maunawaan natin. So here, what is asked in the problem? So the problem asked, how much do they have in their wallet? So mean to say, tinatanong po ng problem kung magkakano po ang pera ng tatlong involved na persons. Okay, so there are three. We have Donna, Chris, and then Austin. So sabi sa ating problem, ang total amount of their money is 93 pesos. Okay, so hindi natin alam kung magkano ang pera ng bawat isa, hindi po stated. Ano po? Pero meron tayong condition sa second sentence. Donna has 7 pesos more than Chris. Okay, so mean to say, mako-compute po natin yung pera ni Donna kapag meron ng amount yung pera ni Chris. Okay, bilugan ko po. So mean to say, nakadepende yung pera ni Donna doon sa pera ni Chris. Okay? And sa third sentence, Austin has 3 times what Donna has. At kapag meron naman ng pera si Donna, then mako-compute na rin natin yung pera ni Austin. So ibig sabihin ay nakakonect po yung amount ng pera ng tatlong taong involved dito. Okay, so saan po tayo mag-start? Okay, so syempre, mag-start po tayo kay Chris. Ano po? So, this is our solution. Let X be the money of Chris. Okay, so kapag meron ng money si Chris, if the money of Chris is X, then what should be the money of Donna? So, siyempre, nakalagay po dito, Donna has 7 pesos more than Chris. What is more than? Kapag tin-translate natin sa operation, ang more than po ay plus. So, magiging 7 plus Chris. Okay? So, magiging 7 plus ang amount ng pera ni Chris ay X, kaya 7 plus X, or it can be, we interchange X plus 7. So, pareho lang po yan. 7 plus X or X plus 7. Okay? That is the amount of Donna. Now, how about the amount of money of Austin, yung pangatlong taong involved? So, Austin has 3 times what Donna has. So, meron ng pera si Donna, which is 3 x plus 7. So, sabi po niya, 3 times what Donna. Okay, so ibig sabihin, multiply natin ng 3 yung pera ni Donna na x plus 7. Kaya 3 times, since ito po ay binomial, then lalagyan po natin ng close and open parenthesis. Ano po? So, 3 times x plus 7. That is the money of Austin. Now, after representing the money of each person involved, the next is we are going to write the equation. So ano po yung equation na gagawin natin? So, nakalagay po sa first sentence na yung total amount ng pera ng tatlo ay 93 pesos. Ibig sabihin, i-add po natin yung pera ng tatlong persons involved and then i-equal natin sa 93. Ito po yun. So, Donna plus Chris plus Austin, then the total amount is 93 pesos. Okay. Substitute lang po natin yung pera ng bawat isa sa kanila. So, this will become, ang una po dito ay si Donna. So, Donna has this one, x plus 7. Kaya x plus 7 po dito. And then plus Chris. So, magkano po ang amount ni Chris? X, kaya plus x. And then plus amount of money of Austin. Ang Austin po, ang pera po niya ay 3 times x plus 7. So, this one. And then, ang total po lahat ay 93 pesos. Now, this is our equation. Ito po yung isosolve natin, yung value ng x, applying linear equation in one variable para makuha po natin yung amount of money of Chris. Kasi po, yung x po dito, that is the amount of money of Chris. Okay? So, itask ko po yung equation natin. Okay, so mula po sa equation na ito, let's solve. Ito po yung solve for x. Ano po yung computation niya? So, ibaba ko po dito. So, let's become copy x plus 7 plus x plus 3 times x plus 7. This one is equal to 93. Okay, binaba ko lang po dito. Nagtabi-tabi ko lang po sila. So, the first thing that you're going to do here is you're going to remove parentheses. Ano po? So, meron tayong parentheses dito. 3 times x plus 7, we are going to apply distributive property to remove parentheses. So this will become x plus 7, just copy muna, plus x plus, okay, distributive property here, 3 times x is 3x, and then plus 3 times 7 is 21. Okay? And then copy equal to 93. So na-remove na natin yung parentheses. So next ay, we are going to combine like terms. Okay, ano po yung like terms dito? Ito pong x, x, and 3x. So, guhitan ko po. We have x, x, and then 3x. So, if you're going to add x plus 3x, what is the sum? That is equal to 5x. So, 1 plus 1 plus 3 is 5, and then variable x. And then, we can also add this one, 7 and 21. So, we can add that one kasi pareho po silang nasa left ng equal sign. So, 7 plus 21 is 28 here. Is equal to copy 93. Okay. So, ito na po yung ating resulting equation. So, what's next? Task ko po dito. 5x plus 28 equal to 93. I-move natin itong 28 sa right ng equal sign. Isama po natin sa 93. So, we're going to apply here addition property of equality. So, paano po? So, ito po ay plus 28. Then, ang opposite po ng positive 28 ay negative 28. So, of course, magsusubtract po tayo ng 28 to both sides of the equation. Okay, kaya po, copy 5x plus 28, okay, this one, and then minus 28 is equal to 93. Siyempre, minus 28 din para po balance yung ating equation. So, ito pong 28 minus 28 will become 0. Ang matitira po dito ay 5x. So, this will become 5x is equal to 93 minus 28 is equal to 65. Okay. So, dalawa na lang pong terms yung ating equation. We are going to remove 5 here. Okay. Since ito po ay 5x, that is 5 times x, multiplication po ang between na operation ng 5 and x. Ang gagawin po natin dyan ay we are going to apply multiplication property. Okay. So, to perform multiplication property, we are going to multiply 1/5 to both sides of the equation. So, bakit po 1/5? Kasi po 5 po ang numerical coefficient. Kaya 1/5 po ang ating i-multiply. So, we can cancel 1/5 and 5. So, 5 times 1/5 is 1 or 5 divided by 5 is 1. Okay, yun po ang ibig sabihin. So, this will become, ang matitira po dito ay itong x. So, x is equal to 65 times 1/5 is 13 or 65 divided by 5 is 13. Okay. So again, what is x? Ano po yung x sa ginawa natin dito sa taas? X be the money of Chris. So here, that is the money of Chris. So 13 or that is 13 pesos. Okay, now we are going to solve the money of Donna and also money of Austin. Okay? Okay, so unahin po natin yung money of Donna, that is x plus 7. Okay. So x plus 7, ang x po na compute natin ay 13, substitute natin. So 13 plus 7, that is equal to 20. And that 20, that is the amount of money of Donna. Okay. Next po ay money of Austin. So ang money po niya ay 3 times x plus 7. Baba ko po dito. Then substitute natin yung value ng x, which is 13. So 3 times x is 13, then plus 7. So pwede pong i-add natin muna yung nasa loob ng parenthesis. So 3 times 13 plus 7 is 20. Okay? And 3 times 20, that is equal to 60. So we have now, okay, yung 60 po, that is the amount of money of Austin. So we have now 13 pesos for Chris, 20 pesos for Donna, and 60 pesos for Austin. Kapag po ba in-add natin itong tatlong amount na ito, makukuha po ba natin yung total na 93 pesos? So try po natin. 60 plus 20 is 80. Then 80 plus 13, that is 93 pesos. And that is correct. Okay? So to answer what is asked in the problem, so this one, therefore, Chris has 13 pesos, Donna has 20 pesos, and Austin has 60 pesos. Okay? For problem number 2, a classmate is sick and need financial help, so a hat is passed around. The amount collected is 215 pesos, consisting of 5 peso coin and 10 peso coin. If there are 5 more 10 peso coin than 5 peso coin, how many of each kind are there? Okay, so ito po ay again about money problem because it involved money. So let us read what is asked in the problem. So ano po yung hinahanap ng problem? How many of each kind are there? So ano po yung tinutukoy niyang how many of each kind are there? Ito po yung 5 peso coin at 10 peso coin. So ilang piraso daw po yung 5 peso coin at ilang piraso din po yung 10 peso coin. Okay, so paano po natin uumpisahan? Balikan po natin yung problem. First sentence, a classmate is sick and need financial help so a hat is passed around. So ito pong first sentence, pinakang introduction para maintindihan ninyo yung problem. Ano po? So, ibig sabihin, may sakit yung kaklase, so kailangan niya ng financial help, kaya nangolekta po sa kaklase using the hat. Ibig sabihin ng hat, ipapaikot yung hat, so lahat ng may coins o lahat ng gustong tumulong pwede pong maglaglag sa hat. Okay, at ito po yung amount na nakolekta nila. The amount collected is 215 pesos. So all in all, 215 pesos po yung nakolekt. Pero ito po ay consist of 5 peso coin and 10 peso coin. So dalawa lang pong klase ng coins ang nakolekta. So 5 peso lang po at 10 peso coin lang. Okay, so if there are 5 more 10 peso coin than 5 peso coin, how many of each kind are there? So, ito na po yung tinatanong niya. So ilang pirasong 5 peso coin at ilang pirasong 10 peso coin. So dapat pag tinotal natin, ang total po niyan ay 215 pesos. Okay, so paano po tayo mag-uumpisa para ma-solve itong money problem na ito? So ganito lang po 'yon. Di po natin pwedeng umpisahan dito, introduction yung first sentence, yung second sentence naman ay ito po yung sinasabi lang kung ano yung na-collect na money. So 5 peso coin and 10 peso coin. So dito po tayo mag-i-start sa third sentence. If there are 5 more 10 peso coin than 5 peso coin. Okay, ito po yung condition. Okay? So paano po natin yan umpisahan? Yung bilang po ng 10 peso coin ay nakadepende sa 5 peso coin. So, ibig sabihin, sa 5 peso coin po tayo mag-i-start. Okay. So, ilan po bang piraso yung 5 peso coin? We don't know kung ilang piraso. Kaya dyan po tayo mag-start. Ito po yung solution natin. Let x the number of 5 peso coins. Okay. Number of pieces of 5 peso coins. Yun po yung x. Ngayon, meron na po tayong 5 peso coin kung ilang bilang, which is x. Makukuha na rin po natin o makakapag-create na po natin ng number of 10 peso coins. So, nakalagay dito, if there are 5 more 10 peso coin, ibig sabihin, mas marami ng 5 piraso yung 10 peso coin kaysa sa 5 peso coin. Kaya, mula po sa 5 peso coin, mag-a-add po tayo ng 5. Ano po? So, x plus 5, that is the number of 10 peso coins. Okay. So, mula po dito sa ating dalawang statement, mas madali po siguro kung ipaliwanag ko using table. So, sa table, there are 3 columns. Yung first column, denomination. Second column, number of pieces, kung ilang pong pirasong coins. At ito po yung total. Okay, so yung dalawa po yung denomination natin. Ito po yung ating coins. Dalawa lang po. Ito yung 5 peso coin at 10 peso coin. So, 5 pesos at 10 pesos. Ngayon, ilang piraso po para sa 5 pieces? Okay. So, yung pieces po natin o yung number of 5 peso coin ay X. Okay? Lagay ko po dito, X. At yung 10 peso coin, nakuha po natin dito kung ilang piraso, which is X plus 5. Okay? At ito po yung total amount. Kailangan kasi nating kunin yung total amount kasi yung mayroon tayong total amount dito sa problem, 215. Hindi naman po pieces ito ng coins, kundi amount po yung amount po ng money. Ano po? Kaya yung denomination natin, yung tagli 5 piso, iyan po ay X na piraso. Kaya yung total amount, that is 5 times X. Okay? So, how about naman sa tagti 10 peso? Tagti 10 pesos na coins, ilang piraso? X plus 5. So, i-multiply din po natin yan. 10 times X plus 5. Okay. So, ano po yung next natin? Meron na po tayong table. Ang next po natin ay we're going to write the equation. So, here, sabi po niya, ang amount na nakolekta ay 215 pesos. So, i-add natin yung total amount. Okay, ito pong total amount ng tagli 5 piso at tagsa 10 piso. Okay? So, yung total amount po ay, ang 5 peso coin ay 5 times X. Ito po, amount of 5 peso coin ay 5X. Plus, amount of 10 peso coin ay, ito po, 10 times X plus 5 is equal to, ang total amount is 215. So, mean to say, ito pong equation na yan ang gagamitin natin so that we can solve for X. At yung X po, yan po yung number of 5 peso coins. Kung ilang piraso pong 5 peso coins. Okay? Okay, so let's solve the equation. Okay, task ko po dito. Okay, so you're going to solve for X. So we have now 5X plus 10 times X plus 5 is equal to 215. So here, meron po tayong close and open parenthesis. We are going to remove this one, applying distributive property. So ganito po yon. So this will become 5x, copy, and then plus distributive property, 10 times x is 10x, and then plus here, 10 times 5 is 50. Okay? Is equal to, copy, 215. So, yun po muna yung ginawa natin, distributive property. So, ang next po dyan ay combined like terms. So, we have 5x and 10x. So, guhitan ko po, 5x, 10x. So, we're going to add, what is 5x plus 10x? That is equal to 15x. Okay? 5 plus 10 is 15 and then variable x, so 15x. Then copy plus 50 is equal to 215. Okay, so next po ay we're going to move this 50 to right of equal sign. Okay, isama po natin sa 215. Okay, so paano po i-move ito? We apply addition property of equality. Since ito po ay positive 50, we are going to subtract 50 to both sides of the equation. So we have now 15x plus 50. Okay, this one. So we are going to subtract 50 para ma-move itong 50 na yan sa right side. Okay, since nag-subtract tayo ng 50 sa left, magsusubtract din po tayo ng 50 sa right para po balance yung ating equation. Kaya 215 minus 50. Okay? So basta't ito po yung basis natin, yung equal sign. So next, magiging 0 na po ito. 15 minus 50 is 0. Ang matitira po ay ito pong 15x. So this will become 15x is equal to 215 minus 50 is equal to 165. Okay, so itaas ko po dito. So we have now 15x is equal to 165. So to solve for x, may kasamang 15. Dapat i-remove din natin yung 15. We are going to apply here multiplication property. So we are going to multiply 1 over 15 to both sides of the equation para po balance. So dapat kung ano yung minumultiply natin sa left, gawin din yung multiply natin sa right. Okay? Bakit po 15? Bakit po 1 over 15? Kasi 15 po yung numerical coefficient. So that we can cancel 1 over 15 and 15. So 15 divided by 15 is equal to 1. So here, ang matitira na lang po dito ay x. Okay? So x is equal to 165 times 1 over 15 is 11 or 165 divided by 15 is equal to 11. So again, ano po yung x is equal to 11? Ano po yung x? Ang x po ay number of pieces of 5 peso coins. Okay po? Okay, lagyan ko po, number of 5 peso coins. How about naman po dun sa 10 peso coin? Okay, so, okay, for the 10 peso coin, that is x plus 5. Okay, so ibaba ko po dito. So, x plus 5 is the number of 10 peso coin. So, the value of x is 11. So, substitute natin, 11 plus 5. That is equal to 16. So, ayun po yung 16 na yan, 16 pieces, number of 10 peso coin. Okay, so to answer the question, we have now, therefore, there are 11 pieces 5 peso coins and 16 pieces 10 peso coins. Now, let's check if our answer is correct. Okay, so check po natin. So to check, nakalagay po dito 11 pieces 5 peso coins, kaya 11 times 5, that is equal to 55 pesos. At para naman po sa 16 pieces na 10 peso coins, 16 times 10, that is equal to 160. If you're going to add 55 plus 160, the total amount is 215 pesos. So, ibig sabihin, tama po yung sagot natin kasi ang amount na na-collect sa problem ay 215 pesos. Okay, so let's see if you understand the lesson. Try to solve this money problem. Okay, so pwede po ninyong i-post yung video na ito. Try to read, analyze, and then solve what is being asked. Kapag meron na po kayong sagot, ay baka pwede naman pong i-share ninyo sa amin by typing yung answer in the comment section below. Thank you very much. I hope you learned something from this video lesson.